Hello, JimJug23 here, and with the new year just rolling around, I will rank every movie that I saw in 2024. More so, that released in 2024, because like 6 of these I saw this year. But we don't mention that. It's every movie I saw in 2024, ranked.
On the button.
Push the button.
Infinite potential. Infinite potential. Infinite potential.
At number 30 is the worst movie, which happens to be the first movie that I had seen that came out last year. I have my ticket to Madame Web right here. I saw it with Quentin and Claire like a week after it came out. Came out on Valentine's Day, and honestly that's the only reason it made any sort of money. This movie is so bad. This is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Everything about it is so poorly constructed. The writing is awkward and bad. The acting is weird.
I was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
The editing is god awful. The editing is the worst part. It's so disorienting. The main character is a complete asshole. It's so unlikable. This is the cherry on the Sony Spider-Man movies, like, piece of shit, pretty much. Cause this is it, man. Like, I can't believe they came out with 2 more movies after this. This is terrible. That's all that needs to be said about Madame Web. Yeah, man. The rating still stays the same. Easy 0 out of 10. Terrible movie.
Why so serious?
Number 29, we have the most disappointing movie of the year with Joker Folie à Deux. This is my ticket. It's really Zenon's ticket, but he kind of let me keep. If he ever wants it back, he can have it, I guess. But this was so disappointing for me. I really liked the first movie, and it just, the whole movie's just shitting on the original. It's saying that this was bad, and anyone who liked it is stupid for liking it. And I'm like, damn. Like, fuck. The review's really good that we did.
What was your favorite character?
I definitely have to say the bomb car.
With everybody, I saw this with Enrique, Quentin, and Zenon. And we just, we all hate it. We all hated this. And it took a lot of, mending and healing to, heal our relationship as friends. Because they would not forgive me for, taking them to see this piece of shit.
2, maybe a 1. Fuck, maybe a 0. 0.
Yeah.
$14.
Negative 14.
I rate this a 2.
Waiting! Need a face shot! Boom! Squish! Yay! Shoot me in the face! In the face!
Number 28, another disappointing movie. When it came out the same weekend as Joker 2. I didn't go see it in theaters at all. I recently saw it like 3 days ago. This Borderlands movie is terrible. I really didn't think it was going to be this bad. People were saying it was terrible, it was dog shit, it was worse than Joker 2. It's not worse than Joker 2, I don't think. But it is just, everything about it is like the opposite of The Dark Knight. Instead of being like an example of how to make your movie, it's how not to make your movie. Everything is really weird, the pacing is really fast. And it's just Temu Guardians of the Galaxy, really. The worst part about it is that it just takes all the style from the game and it just takes it out. There's no style to this movie. There's nothing like stylish about it. Nothing visually interesting, which is so disappointing. And also, the games are fucking funny. This movie isn't funny. The only time I laughed, I think, was when Jack Black said, "Shoot me in the face," because that was a reference to the game.
I noticed you haven't shot me in the face! Curious as to why! Maybe you're weighing the moral pros and cons, but let me assure you that, oh my god, shoot me in the goddamn face!
This was a terrible movie. Also a 0. 0 stacked this year, man. Shit.
Two birds. Dog. Shit.
Number 27, we have another 0 out of 10.
I guess I give it a 1 since I have to.
There's only really like one thing left to say about the Mousetrap, and it's that it's
Dog. Shit.
Ugly, you are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Number 26, we have the Netflix exclusive Uglies. Terrible movie. That's Uglies, man. It's a terrible movie. It's honestly kind of enjoyable with how bad it is. It's not really like Madam Web or Joker 2 where it's torturously bad. It's just kind of like, of course this is bad. The concept is so stupid. The poster kind of says it all, I think. The only reason I watched this movie was because in English we actually talked about the movie, and then Enrique shows me the Rotten Tomatoes score, and I'm like, oh shit, this is not gonna be good, right? And then 3 months later I decided to actually watch it. It wasn't good. I give Uglies a 1 out of 10. Do recommend though.
The last thing you see before you go. Bye-bye.
25. Very disappointed for a couple of reasons. One, I mean, I knew it was going to be ass. Come on. The 2019 Lion King remake is honestly the worst movie I've ever fucking seen. But then I'm hearing from everybody, honestly, it's not that bad. It's not too bad. You go see it with Enrique, it's terrible. I saw this with Enrique. Here's the ticket and, the picture. This was so disappointing. I mean, it wasn't disappointing, but it was just, I don't understand why people are meat riding it so much. The worst part is Seth Rogen being in this, even though he's the best part of the movie. He's honestly the only enjoyment I get out is Timon and Pumbaa's little sections. But the movie looks terrible. The story's terrible. The connection to the original Lion King is terrible. Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts about this one, but I honestly hate thinking about it. I give it a 2 out of 10, but there's not much redeeming. It's mostly just kind of a generic 4 out of 10, but visually it looks terrible, and the connection to the original makes it even worse. The songs are, 3 of the songs are forgettable and messy. The other 2 are very, very memorable, but they're bad. They're really bad. But Mufasa. Disney.
Prettiest place in the world. Oh no.
Number 24, these Netflix exclusive movies. We have the most recent SpongeBob movie, I'm sure many people didn't know came out, with Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. I don't know. I don't know why I watched this. I was 20 minutes in, and it felt like it was 40 minutes in, and honestly, I should have turned the movie off. It was nothing. No. SpongeBob did fall off, and this is just a whole movie of it. The comedy's really not that funny, and nothing going on is really interesting. I give this one a 2 out of 10 as well. Number 23, we got Despicable Me 4. They made 4 of these. Interesting story. I saw this with Quentin, Claire, and my sister, but near the end of the movie, the theater completely powered off, and we didn't finish it. So here's the ticket. There's the disappointed, sad picture and everything. But so Claire and Zoe never finished this, but me and Quentin finished the last 20 minutes, months later, when it came to Peacock. This is a brain rot movie. The whole movie is just completely iPad Kid, the movie. It is so trying to stimulate you every 3 seconds. So many things are going on. The pacing is so fast. The villain is dog shit. The one thing good about the Despicable Me movies is the villains, even if none of them are very good, But this is exceedingly bad, even for, Illumination. This is just nothing. It's not even their worst movie, but it definitely is the worst Despicable Me movie. Another 2 out of 10. It's just brain rot the whole time. I don't like anything about this movie, really, other than the pretty colors. I don't know. It's tolerable, but it's not anything exceptional. Number 22, Venom: The Last Dance. I have my ticket right here, along with the picture. I saw this with Zenon and Josh. There's a review on the channel for it.
I mean, we gotta hear Venom sing. I didn't think that's what I needed, but it definitely is.
There's one thing I didn't mention in my review, and it's that the score is really out of place in this movie. It doesn't feel natural at all. But R.I.P. Sony. I did not see Kraven the Hunter. Maybe I will. Definitely will. But R.I.P. these shitty ass Sony Spider-Man movies. Just make the good ones that everyone fucking wants. Please stop torturing me with these 3 out of 10 garbage ass movies. Fuck this Venom trilogy. Overrated as fuck. I don't know why anyone hypes this shit up in any way. I'm so glad this flopped. Maroon 5. Maroon 5, man. Turn that shit up.
4.2 out of 10.
I'd say a solid 4.3.
Rate this shit like I'm gonna go a 3 out of 10.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
Number 21, we have Red One. I also have my ticket, and the picture, of course. There's a video up.
We didn't see it in IMAX, so take our reviews with a grain of salt, because this is not how it's intended to be seen.
With Quentin. I saw this with Quentin. We were expecting more. We were really expecting to be more entertaining. Pretty much say everything. All I need to say is I don't know. I don't have anything to say about Red One. Red One is fire. Yeah, sure. The Rock is not fire though. Please stop putting him in movies, and please keep him away from my WWE. Just get The Rock out of here. I don't even want you.
Just leave. I actually don't want you here now. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Go away.
Maybe a 1.5, a 2.
A 3 out of 10.
Who you gonna call?
Number 20, we got Ghostbusters. I might have seen the OG movies. I don't remember them. I have not seen the one before this, and I've seen a bit of the 2016 one. But what I can tell you is this movie is trash, and there should have been lesbians in it. I saw this right here. I got my movie ticket. I saw this with Claire and Quentin, I believe, and it was fine. Well, it wasn't fine. It was actually ass. I didn't like the movie at all. I give it a 3 out of 10 as well. That's Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire for you. There's not much to say. I don't remember the movie very well. Bill Murray's kind of here. He doesn't really feel like he wants to be in the movie.
Easily, unless you are possessed by a cross-dimensional beast.
And he's the best part for that. But yeah, there's just a lot of character arcs and different plot lines going on at once, and it's really confusing. It's bad CGI, I think, for sure. Just nothing for me.
Just so you know, this is horrible, dog.
Number 19, we got Mr. Crockett. And like I said before, I'll keep my rating of a 3 out of 10 on this one. And that's Mr. Crockett. And that's all that needs to be said about Mr. Crockett. And that's all that will ever be said about Mr. Crockett. Number 18, another very disappointing movie was Kung Fu Panda 4. Motherfucker. Kung Fu Panda 4. The third one was good. It just was the weakest in the trilogy. But this one, the villain's motivations are completely fucking goofy. It doesn't make any sense. They say she's too small to be a fucking villain. I don't know. It's kind of just a fast-paced kids movie now. Just keeps, it's very stimulating, like Despicable Me 4, which is disappointing. It's just kind of generic. I saw this with Quentin Claire. We got the movie ticket right here and the picture. That's all. I don't know, man. 4 out of 10 for Kung Fu Panda 4. Extremely fucking disappointing. And I hope that they just don't, like Shrek 5, just do something with it. Don't fumble again, man.
Dancing child with his Chinese suit. He spoke to me. I took his flute.
17, we got A Complete Unknown. I got the movie ticket right here. The picture, another video review for this is up on the channel.
Place for Good Guthrie.
I said everything. I think Quentin really said everything to be said about this movie. It doesn't work as an actual biopic, so where do you judge it? It's not the most entertaining movie. Timothée Chalamet's performance isn't very good as Bob Dylan. I don't like biopics at all. This is a textbook example of like a boring biopic. Bob Dylan, man. 4 out of 10, like I said in the review.
I don't know, 6 or something. I don't know. 5, 4. I don't know.
What would you give it?
4.
I rate the movie 6.5.
I would probably give it like a 6.5 also.
Number 16, we got John Cena Aquafina collaboration Prime Video exclusive movie Jackpot. It's alright. It's carried by mostly its 2 leads. I actually really like Aquafina in this movie, and obviously Cena's great. Paul Feig is the director. He directed the 2016 Ghostbusters and the School for Good and Evil. School for Good and Evil is complete dog shit. That's a terrible movie. I can't believe that I let myself watch that. But this, the writing doesn't carry. It kind of gets a little at times, but it's entertaining enough. I give Jackpot a 5 out of 10. There's a fun concept going on. The comedy's decent, but it can drag on a bit, and Machine Gun Kelly's in it. So actually, give it a 0.
Nosebleeds? But I want to sit with Liam.
Look, even Satan can't out-trick Ticketmaster.
Number 15, we have a Christmas movie that was actually kind of like, it's bad, but it's honestly enjoyable. I like it. Jack Black carries Dear Santa. The kid's pretty funny. I don't know. I had a fun time. I give this a 6 out of 10. I recommend it, I guess. Post Malone in the movie is kind of just fun. Everything's just fun. Some of the jokes are hit or miss sometimes. But, I like it, Ben Stiller at the end was also very funny. All that stuff. Number 14, I want to say the most overhyped movie of the year is Challengers. It's a well-made movie. Everything, the directing, the score, of course, a lot of stuff about it. Everything about the way it's made, except the story. I just don't like the story. I don't know. I just wasn't into it. It's kind of nothing to me. I just felt like it was nothing. I felt like it was just 2 shitty people doing shitty things the whole time, getting no arc, and then the other blonde guy is just kind of there. And yeah, he's kind of an asshole during college mostly, but I think it time jumps so often. It'll be at the start, and it's like it'll jump back. Okay, I like the simple format of doing the tennis game and going back in time. But when we go back in time, we're going forward, back, and all these different time jumps constantly. Literally going 9 years prior, 3 weeks later, 1 year later, 2 weeks prior, back to the tennis game, 3 weeks prior, and then I'm just confused. And since they're acting in the same time, the three actors are all acting their current selves and their younger selves, which doesn't help with the confusion of what time are we in. The style of the movie pretty much carries the whole thing. The directing's really good, except when they're like playing tennis at the end, and it's like the camera's on the tennis ball. I found that to be really disorienting, but like solid directing and everything, solid performances and everything. The best part is the score by Nine Inch Nails, though. They always cook, but I gotta give Challengers a 6 out of 10. I really wish I could like this movie more.
Gonna be one less lonely girl, one less lonely girl.
Number 13, we have My Old Ass. I just kind of randomly started it one day. I enjoyed it mostly, but I felt like the actual concept of her future self is kind of underutilized. She disappears for like the entire second and third act, and then just comes back at the end. So it kind of just loses the one concept, and then just becomes kind of a basic indie romance flick. I liked the twist of, I called it actually. I called that the whole thing was that Chad was gonna die and everything. So she was trying to prevent her from being with Chad. The main takeaway from this movie is that Chad is fucking epic. Chad forever, daily Chad content. Chad is goated. Everyone likes Chad. 6 out of 10 movie, but really a 10 because Chad is in it. I need more of the Chad extended universe. At number 12, we have a surprise with the Garfield movie. I wasn't expecting it to be as enjoyable as it was. Bury Me in Cheese, John. Come on. Great meme.
Never, John. Bury me in cheese.
But it's just a fun little kids movie. It's a lot less like overly stimulating as some of the other ones that came out. Chris Pratt was better. I don't know. He's fine as Garfield. It's an alright movie. It's definitely the best Garfield movie that's ever come out. I have my movie ticket right here. I saw this with Quentin, Claire's brother, Enrique, and Zoe. There's a picture. I enjoyed it decently. I give it a 6 out of 10. Definitely like the biggest surprise, I think. I had fun with it.
I'm Michael Bay.
At number 11, Michael Bay Strikes Again. Of course, Michael Straczynski is mainly the mastermind behind this. I'm not sure how much Michael Bay has to do with these Quiet Place movies, but Quiet Place Day 1, it was enjoyable. I literally watched this last night, but it's not breaking new ground. It's definitely the weakest movie. It's not doing anything new with the concept, and it's not really like progressing the overall plot of A Quiet Place. But I like the pizza thing going on. I like the main actress. She's really good. She's an Us. Like, it was a good time. Like, not really a good time. She was intense. But I found it to be a little more predictable. There was like a clear format of like, they're running, they stop, they drop something, they run again, then they're fine, then they drop something, and it's like, I get the idea. I really liked the scene in the jazz club. That pretty much put this from a 6 to a 7 for me. The directing is obviously great as usual, but I really hope the next movie they actually like do something new. I don't feel like they really did much new with the plot and the idea of A Quiet Place with this one, and I feel like the series could get stagnant really quickly. Number 10, we have this freaky ass Nosferatu movie. I saw this with Quentin and Enrique right here. Got my ticket and the picture. It was a very good story. It was very well directed, very well acted. But it could be overly edgy sometimes. It could be doing too much. But the main takeaway is I'm never watching this shit again. I enjoyed the movie, but oh my god, was it nauseating. And that's really what needs to be said. It was fucking gross. Like, it was intense. Definitely intense. Willem Dafoe's performance is really good. Lily Rose Depp was really good. Lex Luthor was really good. So overall, very entertaining stuff. I still have Garfield in the background. I feel like Garfield matches Nosferatu pretty well. A 7 out of 10 for Nosferatu. Yeah. Oh, how we should have seen number 9, Transformers 1, as opposed to watching, what did we watch? Joker 2. We should have just gone for Transformers 1. Michael Bay climbing high this year. He produced this. I found the story to be pretty predictable and generic, but overall it was pretty entertaining. There were some sequences that were really good. I like Keegan-Michael Key in the movie, but of course we know that they're going to turn on each other, and how they get there is pretty easy. So I found it to just be too generic in terms of the story for me to rank it any higher. But I did enjoy the visuals and just like the action and the animation, and just like the overall movie is very good. I watched this actually the day of the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, so it's definitely better than that was. 7 out of 10 for Transformers 1.
The juice is loose.
Number 8, we have the surprisingly good Beetlejuice sequel. I have my ticket right here. I went and saw it with Quentin. We both really enjoyed it. We were honestly laughing our ass off at the Beetlejuice baby. Everything Beetlejuice did in that movie was fucking hilarious. When he's playing that song and it's just like a Spanish song comes out. When he starts randomly talking Spanish sometimes. Just all these random funny things. Tim Burton fell off hard, but this is definitely, this is his best movie in 20 years. It's definitely very fun. The Jenna Ortega plot is not very enjoyable. Anytime she's on the screen, I'm just like, I feel like she kind of hates her mom for unjustified reasons. I felt like she was kind of just there. I didn't feel definitely could have been an 8 out of 10 without that whole plot line. I liked the end dance scene and everything. Definitely getting Garfield vibes from this movie. I liked Beetlejuice. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. You never really get a sequel after 30 years since the original movie, and it actually be enjoyable and honestly hold a candle to the original to an extent. A 7 out of 10 for Beetlejuice.
Piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece.
For 7, we probably have the only biopic I've ever thought was a great biopic. The Lego Pharrell movie, Piece by Piece. And we ended up seeing with a lot of people. Here's the picture. Here's my ticket. I'm not naming everyone who went. That's a lot of people, as you can see. Somehow Enrique wasn't here though, even though, he's quite a Pharrell fan. Pharrell is a very good musician, but he does have his flops. He has the Amazing Spider-Man 2 soundtrack most of the time isn't very good. He definitely doesn't have the best discography, but when he does do stuff, he produces some of the best shit I've ever heard. And honestly, the inspiration that you can see Pharrell has in this movie is so contagious and beautiful. The way that everything looks visually is amazing. There's some really good jokes. The PG spray is a very good joke. And it's an entertaining biopic. Along with the Lego aspect to it.
Riley. Yeah, that's me. Riley from good old Michigan.
Number 6, we have a very frustrating movie for me with Inside Out 2. I saw this with Enrique, Quentin, Claire, and my sister. The picture there. in spite of where I have it ranked, I will not be giving it a rating yet. I've seen it twice, and I want to do a full review. Full review coming soon, of course. There's a lot of really good things about this movie, but also it just doesn't compare. The first movie is so good, and it's kind of just the same movie again. There's some really good gags. Pouchy's very fun. That whole thing is very nice. That's really all I'm going to say about it right now. Unrated for Inside Out 2. I will do a full review later after I see it a couple more times.
It does look like a Pokemon! Pika Pika! Konnichiwa!
At number 5, we have the fucking rockin', crazy, action-packed, entertaining, oh my goodness, Sonic 3 was so good. Oh man, this was a great movie. The review's up on the channel. I don't have much to say outside of what I said in the review. Here's Sonic Mega Collection. I say I have it on the GameCube. It's the PS2 I had it on. But very good. This shit is so fire. I'm definitely going to see it again with Enrique or something. I saw this with Quentin, obviously. Go watch the review. It's a very good review. That's Sonic 3.
Maybe an 8.5. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 probably.
My rating, an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah! Number 4, we have The Wild Robot. I have my ticket right here. I saw this with my sister. Get Sonic out of here. Anyway, The Wild Robot was a very good movie. It's a very feel-good movie. Can feel a little generic kids movie at times, but it's a very feel-good movie. It's a very good story. I love the pro-environment stuff, obviously. But I thought it was beautiful. Visually, it was amazing. This deserves all the praise. This was the best animated movie of the year. Give The Wild Robot all the flowers it deserves. It was a great movie. 8 out of 10 for The Wild Robot.
Expecting to see you here. Thought you were, retired. Retarded.
At number 3, we have Deadpool. Wolverine. Great superhero movie. I talked about it in my X-Men video. I got Logan on DVD as well since then. But it's a very good movie. I don't have my ticket. I don't know where it went. I've seen it another time with my cousin Isaiah since then. I saw this with Quentin in theaters really late into its life. I'm glad I got to see it in theaters. The opening sequence is so good. That's like the main thing I gotta talk about. I've already talked about it. Deadpool and Wolverine is good. Everyone's seen it. Everyone knows why it's good. It deserves to be this high. 8 out of 10 for Deadpool and Wolverine. I wish I could find my ticket. Where is my ticket?
Say his words. Say his words. What a wonderful day!
At number 2, this was my movie of the year up until like a week ago. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I saw this with Quentin and his dad. His dad pretty much put me on to this, just this movie existing kind of put me on to Planet of the Apes movies. I've seen all of them now. I will do a ranking once I own Dawn on DVD, just, for the visuals, I guess. But it's not as good as War, and I don't think it's quite as good as Dawn. But this is, I like where the series is going. I think this is a very good movie, visually stunning, very well made, and like conceptually, what's happening in the movie, we have an ape that is now becoming this monarch, and literally just going full like England, the way England colonized Africa, literally taking tribes like the Eagle tribe and taking them in and trying to force them under their beliefs and their existence, and twisting what Caesar stood for and what Caesar was to his own, benefit, and pretty much becoming a false prophet of sorts. Great movie, great villain, great performances, great soundtrack. I hope Quentin watches it again soon because he was fucking sick as shit when he saw it in theaters. He missed some of it, and it must have been a painful experience. But I watched this again with my dad, of course. My dad loves the Planet of the Apes, the OG ones. I'm not sure how he feels about the new ones. I showed him those ones. I'm not sure if he likes them that much, but you know, I definitely really like this movie. A 9 out of 10 for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and I'm really excited for what they make next, but I just know it's going to take a long time.
I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. Erudidina Heshidani, Nelisan Al-Gai, Ruin Di Menaruk, Ashini.
At number 1, we have Dune Part 2. I never saw it in theaters. I was going to see the first Dune. I started it in March, and I never finished it. I ended up watching it back in November, I think, and I waited a little bit to watch Part 2 until only a couple weeks ago. But this is the best movie that came out last year, and honestly, it might be the best sci-fi movie ever made. Only really competes with Return of the Jedi. Visually, so stunning. This story that I love both movies because you have, obviously, the first movie's a little empty without the second one. They're going into each other. But it tells its own story. It's kind of like the Planet of the Apes movies, where there's an overall narrative going through, but the individual story is being told. This one is about a prophet and pretty much how it divides an entire culture, people. You have a lot of colonization, and just visually really good. The performances are amazing. I wasn't sure how much I was going to like Zendaya's character. At the end of the first one, I was like, oh, I feel like this is kind of just going to be like MJ a bit. I don't know why I thought that. This is her best performance. She might be the best character in the movie. But Paul Atreides with Timothée Chalamet.
What your people did to this world is heartbreaking.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
Oscar Isaac was great in the first one.
Oscar Isaac.
He's missing in this one, but you got Thanos, you got Batista. Batista's great in the Dune movies. He plays a good, kind of contrast to the other guy. It's like everything. Shocking stuff. Great movie. I should do a full review later, but 9 out of 10 for Dune Part 2. Overall, 2024 wasn't the best year for movies, but there were some positives. I hope 2025 is better. I'm really looking forward to Dogman, Superman. Paddington in Peru just came out. I'm going to go see that. There's a lot of movies I'm really hyped for. Brave New World. But 2024 was disappointing for superhero movies. But we got Dune and Planet of the Apes, and both of those are visually incredible in every way. Great movies. That was 2024. It's definitely January 1st, 2025. Enjoy 23, signing off.